Yay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's live. We are live again. So I love doing these little bits of lives because I find it's a really easy way to kind of get get the right information across to you. It's not going to be too long, this one. It's late here, so, and I've kept this as quite a niche topic, so it should be quite short and sharp. It's something that I feel like everyone's going to be able to benefit from, because it comes up a lot about people not really want to track or feeling really overwhelmed by tracking macronutrients and calories, counting calories, or trying to follow a strict plan. You're absolutely not alone with this. This is really difficult. I mean, look, but you kind of have to exercise some kind of control and some portions around if you do want to lose weight. But if you're kind of just starting out, there's definitely some methods that we can look into. Or if you're I don't really track that much anymore because I kind of really know my portions and I use these methods myself. It's really important. But yeah, definitely, hopefully today's going to be really useful for you as well. Many women do believe that you have to meticulously track everything to lose weight. And yeah, definitely sometimes, like I said, there comes to a point where it's really beneficial. But the truth is, you don't actually have to. And in today's session, we're going to go, I'm going to show you how you can still achieve this weight loss success that you're after without obsessing over the numbers that, counting calories and anything. So this is exactly how I've helped hundreds of women lose weight and gain confidence while still enjoying food that they like, still being able to eat the same meals as their family. I'm going to help you and teach you here how to build meals that support the fat loss you want, reducing that belly fat and really increasing your energy levels. And and help you with your building a healthy metabolism and ecosystem without needing to log every single bite into an app. So by the end of this session, you're going to have real practical life strategies that fit into your busy life, whether you're eating at home, in a restaurant, or traveling. So definitely grab a pen and paper for this one. It's all pre-recorded anyway. These are where you'll find them on our YouTube channel or in our community. Because this is actually literally going to be a game changer if you haven't learned about these methods before. So let's dive in. So first of all, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Jo. I've been coaching women like you for the past 15, 20 years now. Just basically, I started off in a boutique female studio. So I've literally just coached females, massively fell in love and the complexity and how women are different and our hormones and everything. So yeah, I've seen a lot, been a lot, helped a lot. My aim is for sustainable weight loss. I've never done a fad diet in my life. I've never done a juice cleanse. I've never gone keto. I've definitely gone low carb or no carbs. That's where I started out. But yeah, I'm pleased to say that every time I've needed to lose body fat, I've done it without fad diets. So, this is our community here is focusing on women in 40s and 50s who really struggle with stubborn weight, weight gain, hormone shifts, and time constraints. Wow, why can't I say that? So I appreciate there's so much conflicting advice that makes it really hard to know what works. Basically when you look at all the diets on the whole, it's really difficult to know what's going on. But the methods we use is scientifically backed. It's a sustainable way. We're just talking calorie deficits, macronutrients, real food, real life, real women. This is where we're at. So, what hormonal changes really affect your metabolism and make weight loss trickier. I want to say trickier, but like I said, our methods are, most methods are unsustainable. There's your fad diets, and they do lead to those yo-yo dieting. That's probably why many of you there. Today we're going to be really diving into our methods of understanding portions so we can really break down our macronutrients without that constant tracking. So we all know that weight loss actually comes from a calorie deficit. So when you're looking at portions, look, we don't know where your calories are going to be if you're using these portion methods. So sometimes it's really useful to track just calories. And then you'll get an idea of your portions, like this size chicken breast is this much protein and that kind of thing. So hopefully this is going to, it's just a piece of the puzzle. This is, but yeah, we just use this method with our clients as well a lot. So we just want to share with you, this method. Lots of our clients have lost lots of weight with. So grab that pen and paper. So one of the biggest frustrations that we hear from women is, I'm eating healthy, but I'm still not losing weight. We hear this all the time, and it probably sounds familiar to you. The problem isn't always what you're eating, right? It's or your metabolism, or you're not going to the gym enough. It's actually how you're balancing your meals. So many women think that they need to cut calories drastically or remove entire food groups, like I've talked about, but what this actually does when you're in your 40s and 50s is it's actually going to slow down your metabolism. It's going to actually increase your cravings. So it's going to make you pretty miserable. It's going to lead to that burnout, that, dieting burnout that we all kind of get. And you're just going to end up in that yo-yo cycle. One of the biggest mistakes women make is focusing only on eating less. Absolutely. I'm not going to have breakfast today. I'm just going to cut out carbs. Without making sure that eating the right things. So for example, you might be eating salads every day, but still not losing weight because you're actually missing enough protein to keep you full and prevent muscle loss. Or you might be eating snacks labeled as healthy, but they're secretly actually really high in calories and not really balanced for fat loss. So these are common things that we see a lot. So another issue as well is relying too much on tracking apps. This is something that we do see as well. While tracking can be really useful short term to build that awareness about what you're eating and educate yourself on that, it often becomes really exhausting and unsustainable. So that's why today I'm giving you different options, not necessarily better options, but another way, a method that keeps things really simple while still helping you get those results. And the best part in this is you're not going to feel like you're dieting at all. So that's really good about this, isn't it? So before we jump into the methods, I really want to let's talk about what doesn't work. Okay, so here are the top 3 mistakes we see women make when trying to lose weight. One is not eating enough protein. So many women actually underestimate how important protein is for fat loss. And I say this every training, don't I? I go on about this so much. And I hate to be that coach. And, everyone thinks I'm just jumping on a protein bandwagon, but I'm not. There's lots of different aspects of protein. Your amino acids, they really contribute to other systems in your body as well. So not only does it help you maintain muscle, which is going to help keep your metabolism nice and high, if you're not eating enough, you'll feel hungry more often, okay, and experience more cravings, and your body is going to struggle to burn fat effectively, not getting you the results that you want. So number 2 is actually cutting out carbs completely. So while reducing those processed carbs definitely is going to help, not just having pasta dishes is definitely going to help. Not just having your toast for the morning is definitely going to help. Cutting out carbs altogether is a mistake. Carbs provide energy, glucose. They help regulate your hormone. They're essential for your energy levels throughout the day. So instead of removing them completely, it's about choosing the right ones and balancing them properly, definitely. So number 3 as well, this is a really bigger mistake. It's just people focusing solely on calories. It's not just about how many calories you eat. It's about where those calories come from. 100 calories of protein affect your body completely differently than 100 calories of sugar. Okay? So the quality and balance of your food matters just as much as the quantity. Calories do matter, but hormones, muscle preservation, and portion balance matter more when we're in our 40s and 50s. I've done all that if it fits your macros trend. I was like, absolutely. Like, as long as you're on a calorie deficit, you will lose weight, but not sustainably, not nicely. You're not going to feel great. You're going to feel like shit, look like shit. Okay. So listen to what I'm saying about the fact that you have to really focus on where your calories come from as well. So let's dive into our 3-step framework for balancing meals without tracking. So step one, this has to be a favorite of mine, I think, because I'm a visual learner. So it really helps me, visually compare. It's for these people who like that visualness. Well, actually, to be honest, all of these are, but I think it's really easy to explain this one. And you would have seen it in many of the methods, many of the welcome packs as well for our programs. You get some guidance on this. So the hand method for portion control. So basically, when you're creating a plate, this method is that with your protein source, you want it to be the palm size of your hand. Now, listen, right? I've got really, really small hands. So I'm not sure what happens really if you've got really large hands or really small hands. So I guess that's something you play around with. Well, it is something you can play around with. Okay, so I'll explain that after the methods. So basically, protein is your palm size of your hand. That's your protein. So that's chicken breast, steak, fish, whatever you want protein-wise. So the carbs should be a cupped hand size. So making a fist, you can gauge how much rice, pasta, noodles, quinoa, sweet potato, which is my favorite, mashed potato, roast potatoes, whatever you want carb wise, that's the size of your hand. So if you're like me in English, I grew up on like meat and 2 veg. So having a steak, some potatoes and some veg, that's a meal for me. But I appreciate don't necessarily want to have that every meal. You know, when you're looking at Indian food, Mexican food, it's a bit different. So how I would structure, say if I was making a Mexican burrito bowl using this method, I would do it before everything's mixed together. So my protein source, say chicken mince, would be a palm size. Carbs would be a cup size. Fats, so with your fats, that's a thumb size. So say avocado or cheese, this is how much you're going to put on per meal, the size of your thumb, which is a shame really because my thumbs are so small. Yeah, that sucks. And then as well with veggies, so to start with, we don't track veggies, or to be honest, we don't really need to at all. Fill up on veggies as much as you want. Okay, so this should be at least half of your plate. No, that's actually, I don't know why it says at least. I don't know why I put that. Don't worry too much about that for now. I don't want you going off feeling like you're just eating half a plate of broccoli. But, you know, vegetables, capsicum, carrots, whatever, salads, just fill up on. So that's the first step, one of the frameworks that we have. A different framework here as well is the 1, 2, 3 meal formula. So with this, it's probably a bit more advanced and definitely, you know, like the portion control, hand portion control, definitely the first step because it's like a visual reference. And this is then, you know, kind of like the next step where, you know, some meals this might work better for. So you've got one protein source. So let's say that's your chicken breast. You've got 2 servings of veggies. So with that, I'm going to have broccoli and carrots because they're 2 of my favorite vegetables. I'm going to boil them and I'm going to have 2 servings of them. And I'm going to measure that using a cup, for example. And then 3 fist-sized portion of carbs and fats included. So I'm going to have sweet potatoes and a bit of avocado, should I? Or no, I don't know. We'll see what we fancy. So 3 fist-sized portions of your carbs and fats combined. So it's a simple structure that is, and it's really sustainable results, and it's still kind of giving you an idea of portion control and what that means. So step 3 as well, this is another method that you can always use throughout when you're constructing meals, but definitely when you're kind of, you know, getting more familiar about what size portions you should have. And it's just the plate check method. So when you're plating up your food, you just ask yourself, is this balanced? Is, you know, have I got my palm size portion of protein there? Have I got my fist full of carbohydrates there? Do I have a healthy serving of, you know, of the vegetables or salad with this? What's my carbohydrates? Am I having too much? So it's just having that awareness after as you're plating your meal. Or this is a really good one as well. Like if you're out in a restaurant, and I know it's really difficult because obviously you don't see your food before you order your food, but definitely when you're looking at a menu, you want to make sure that you really have a good source of protein in the meal. It's going to come with carbs, and there's vegetables as well. You might have to order a side of vegetables, but definitely this is perhaps a method you can use with the waiter in a restaurant. So I've done this before, saying what kind of balance, how much protein is with this meal. So it's just having that mindfulness and awareness, I think, is really, really important when you're when you're thinking about how your meal should be structured. So if we go back, step one, this is definitely the foundation, is going to give you really that awareness, and using this method is going to help you visually look at your plate and remember, these are my portions. So, it's definitely, instead of weighing food or measuring every bite, you can use this method as well. And especially when, like I said, the more aware you get, the more you dive into this, you're going to pick up on this pretty quickly, okay? It's just that people don't really know where to start. So this is a really good starting point. This is where we start. For a lot of women who haven't tracked before, really don't want to track, this is the method we use, and we see great results with this method, because usually it just helps give people boundaries as well, of like, this is what your body needs, this is how you should eat. And that's probably a big thing of weight loss as well, especially when we're looking at wanting to lose body fat and belly fat and everything, is just having boundaries around food, and it's gonna be give you the results that you want. So why, I was just touched upon this, but why does this method work so well? So first, it's going to remove that stress of tracking that we just talked about, and sometimes that can be really stressful and be part of that loop of not wanting to continue, giving up and everything. So I'm going to put me over here. Why have I put me? So you're not constantly worried about hitting exact numbers. You're just using a simple, easy to follow guide, and it's just going to make that start really approachable for you. Secondly, a really interesting one, and is to remember, it balances your blood sugar levels. So is going to prevent energy crashes and cravings. When your meals are properly balanced, your body is going to stay fueled throughout the day. It's going to help you avoid that mid-afternoon slump and those late night snackings. And that's what we really need to do. And that's what we try and hone down with breaking up our meals like this. I guess the most important thing as well, it actually gets you results. This gets results. I'm giving away our secrets here. This is how we this is how we help our women lose weight. It's because it's going to work with your metabolism, okay, and not against it. So as we've dived into those 3 steps, you now have the knowledge to build meals that support your fat loss goals without you tracking macros. It's simple, but you do still need to have accountability. And if you're still unsure about exactly how to apply this method, we have a free 5-day belly fat buster challenge inside our community, which we're starting in a couple of weeks, where we guide you through all of these methods and really spend the 5 days really helping you and teaching you and getting you on that right track to kind of understand what is required to lose body fat, especially into your 40 and 50. So just dive into that a little bit more before, this is it. This is a short one today. As well, just for those of you who are interested, if you're still kind of like with these frameworks, you're like, I just don't know. I don't know where to start. Coming inside our community and working with us, and then definitely joining one of our 5-day weight loss Kickstarters is, will be a game changer for you, because you're going to get that support and accountability. So you get a 5-day structured plan, meal plan, exercises to help you balance your meals and lose belly fat. You also get trainings each day as well. You get coaching support. We're always there to kind of answer your questions. Yeah, and like I said, you get your meal plans, and you learn about this macro balance method and how to balance your meals properly. So, if you're ready to stop overcomplicating your weight loss and start seeing results, then join us inside our school community. There's the link on our profile page, or just shoot me a DM, a message, and I'll send you the link all together. Anyway, that's it for today. Hopefully that's giving you a little bit of insight. Hopefully you've taken notes. If you haven't taken notes, then the recordings will be up and you can watch this over and over again. But yeah, for the next start, your next meal, I really want you to give this a go. Give the hand portion method a go. Send me a picture of how well you did, or a comment, because I love to hear those things. But yeah, that's it for today. And I'll see you next week for another trainings probably. Have a great